and stuff, and then probably shrunk it down for sure.
It definitely does look like him. What's up? What's up, Penny? Penny K?
Yeah, these look sick, bro.
He's even got the little axe from Daredevil that he came at him with. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Little hatchet.
Yeah, he's from to slap a whole tribe too with that tomahawk looking axe.
Shit
Ooh-wee.
in the city.
It's gonna be what?
Shit in the city.
Y'all should know better.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then McFarlane Toys came out with some new Superman action figures based on the film from James Gunn's doing. So you got your Nicholas Hoult, Lex Luthor. You got your man, Mr. Not So Terrific, like Mac would call him.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Terrific's pretty cool, bro. Come on.
And he didn't like his outfit.
I ain't fucking
with it's somewhat, it's somewhat like in the comic book.
What you don't like about Mr. Terrific, Mac?
I just don't like his swag. I don't know. I don't like his mask and his.
Damn. Hating on Mr. Terrific, huh?
Yeah, I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
I don't like his mask. I don't like his swag. I don't like nothing about that motherfucker.
I don't like nothing about him. Maybe when I see the movie, I might change my mind. But
And then you got this new look at Hal Jordan, the armored Hal Jordan. They dropped it. This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know that it glows in the dark like that. Like it kind of probably has a black light on it or something right there.
To the left? That's what you mean? The one to the left?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And you got your Bizarro figure.
Ain't that?
What's up?
That's. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's a squishy version of Superman. I forgot.
Yeah, you could set up.
Yeah, I wonder why it says number 1, because if he does everything opposite, it's like, shouldn't he be like number 1 bazillion or something crazy?
I don't know. Like, I don't know too much about Bizarro. Like, I think I seen him in one of the animated things, but that was it. Like, I'm not a big. I couldn't tell you like too much about Bizarro.
Yeah, he's just like he's the exact opposite. So anything you tell him, you say, "Don't hit me," he'll hit you. But if you say, "Hit me," he won't hit you and stuff. Like, "Don't let me in." If he's guarding something, it's like, "Yeah, don't let me in there," and he just lets him through. He's just like opposite world.
Yeah, well, I see why they call him Bizarro, but yeah.
I see why.
Or Bizarro World.
Yeah. Anyhow.
You do look based.
Oh, and then this is a Superman figure based on James Gunn's film too. So, and then you got his Michael Keaton, which this one's kind of dope. Got a dope
Batman.
Yeah, you got I like the wings on it. If they actually fold out like that, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, they actually look like they do fold, so I assume. I mean, it actually looks like some kind of cloth in there.
Yeah, it looks like the movie, the way the wings look too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So for him to get that all right, McFarlane killing it.
Well, his toys are pretty damn good.
Yeah, so let's see. So you got Funko showing off their James Gunn Superman joint too. I don't know. Do y'all collect Funkos at all?
Yeah, I got a couple.
I mean, I got a few, but I don't really collect them. I mean, they just, sometimes you just see something. I think I used to get one of those loot boxes that would throw some in there every once in a while.
Yeah, I got a couple, but I'm like you. I don't collect them. You know, if I get one here and there, if it appeals to me, it's cool. But I don't like go out of my way to get every one of them like Pokemon. You know.
Oh yeah, there's no way, anyways.
Some people do it. Some people do it, believe it or not. But yeah, like my son was really into Doctor Who for a while, and I tried to get him like the whole set, and it became impossible.
Oh, I bet. I got the nice Bob Ross Deadpool one though.
Oh, that's cool. That's what's up. Which one you got, Mac?
I got LeBron James. I got like the Hawk, of course, and like the what's the dude's name? Iceman.
Word?
Bobby Drake.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think Chewbacca and Rocket Raccoon and something else. I don't remember. But yeah, I don't collect a lot of them, but I always think they're cool. A lot of times I see the ones after they're like sold out and crazy eBay prices. Though I'm like, those are the ones I wanted, you know.
Well, of course.
But after I've seen Guardians
I mean,
of the Galaxy 3, that made me have a different respect for Rocket.
So Mac, I was wondering if you'd be interested in this.
I think I'm Robin looking like he got his working with a sad face. Like, what the fuck? You here because you knew I was going to smash my thing. Look at this. I want to get this for my children, myself. That is balls.
That's right up your alley, I thought so.
Oh my god,
Crazy.
yo,
Look at this nigga's face.
yo,
Teen Titans going too far, bro. They see that's why I liked it when they was just
this is
original, bro.
This is
wild, bro.
yeah, this is crazy. If this is on a Walmart shelf, that's crazy.
Oh no,
Bro.
Sitting there on GameStop's counter where you pay.
That's crazy, bro. He
Mac,
like he was
Mac, you want to read the banner at the bottom of the screen for our viewers?
Teen Titans go debut a new Robin toy coming out with twerking, vibrating, bussy effect ball. Sure. Wow, that is crazy. I don't want this. I didn't this person not be coming out like this, bro. I am upset. That is crazy. Twerking, vibrating, bussy effect. That is crazy work. Crazy work. Yes. Yes, people. We have to throw a technical foul on that, bro. That's crazy. I would beat the hell out of my girl if she took my son to the store and bought him that. I'll fuck her up for that. Like, why would you buy him that? Oh. Crazy. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. See, you knew I was going to have this reaction to that shit. That's why you threw this in there. Like, what?
I didn't make it up. I'm just saying.
I know. That is crazy.
Why is this even a thing right now?
Yeah, like what is the purpose? Like that just it's hard enough to like for Robin to get respect but bruh, that just make it even worse, bruh. And look at him on the side of the box. He pointing and shit like it's cool. Like, yeah, this is cool.
I can't deal with this shit. This has no right being on toy store shelves like that.
At all. At all.
That's in the adult
crazy.
section at that point.
That's crazy. That's
I know
out
it's gonna be a couple people that's gonna buy it. I know a few of them that's gonna be like, it's got the Buzzfeed effect. Crazy.
That's one of the ones that's gonna go for like $1,000 on eBay or some shit.
That is crazy. They're
Yo,
going too far.
yo,
Too
crazy.
far.
Teen
No,
Titans.
Yeah,
doing
they crazy.
too much.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Oh my god.
It actually was like, yeah, they made a mold for that nigga to be like in the twerking pose, bro. Like that is crazy work.
And then they thought, like, let's just put it on a box and ship it out to stores. Like what age range is that toy ranked for? Like what age is it?
Yeah, like
Well, could you read it on the box?
Nah, bro. I ain't zoom in to see it.
You shouldn't let little kids even see that. And then
That
if
is-
you're an older person,
Ages
like,
and
why would you
18
buy
and
it?
up.
That is
Yeah, that
crazy.
should definitely be for 18 and up. That's for sure. You're right.
All right, so we got James Wilkinson, who I'm gonna be real, I'm not familiar with him. Cast as Mechanic.
Mechanic or that.
Yeah, he looked like a Mechanic kind of person, you know.
Yeah, I think
That's crazy.
lower half of his face would, line up and shave a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know any of his filmography. I know he's not like, he's not like a mega star like when it comes to the acting world. So
I have no clue neither. The guy didn't exist until I seen the.
I want to know how much the check was for him to be like, I'll take this role.
I'll be Mechanic. Yeah,
I'll be a Mechanic. Like, I don't want to be a character with the name Mechanic in his name. Cool on that. No.
So you want me to be Mecha who?
Becca licka high, Becca howdy ho.
I'd be like, wait a minute.
Wait 1 minute. That sounds crazy. And he do what?
What's that good for?
His neck stretch. That was literally.
Well, isn't it like a periscope because he had the goggles that he could see far? So he raised his head up and just see far.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. That's
I didn't remember him when we were trying to name some of them off. And
like, me either. He's
really.
It's such an obscure character, right?
It is.
But I remember him.
Yeah.
And you turn him in. You turned his waist, and his head would go up.
Yeah. Pause. So, and this kind of goes along with that last slide, like Boxer Steph. This guy announces, you can go to his IG, Boxer Steph, that he's been cast as Mossman. And the last guy, Wilkinson, did the same thing. He put it on his IG. And I was like looking at their IGs, and they got a lot of followers, but this dude's like a boxer, I guess. And then the other guy's like a model. So that they don't really have a lot of acting.
I don't know how much. I was gonna say, I don't know how much acting you need to be Boss Man and Mechanic.
I mean, it depends on the role. Yeah.
Mechanic and Boss Man.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I feel like, I look at it, like I said, like a superhero movie, like, and you see what happens when they get people who can't act in these movies,
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I mean, I don't think if they're even that, I don't think their roles are going to be that big.
Probably not. No.
You know what I mean? They might be running through and get beat up one time and they're done.
I never even heard a dude in boxing.
Yeah, me either.
He's probably an amateur. You know what I mean? And
I follow boxing. I
trying to
never
get some
heard
action
of
roll or something.
It's still just kind of weird to me, you know. Like I'm wondering, like I said, I'm worried about this movie.
Well, it's already looking like the original one. So when you kind of see that going on, it's like, come on, man, you gotta, you gotta do something on Eternia or something in the universe.
Yeah, where's the Grayskull set? Where's the Snake Mountain set? Like, I'm just seeing He-Man in a pink shirt getting arrested with his sword on the street, and these random IG celebrities being cast as their villains.
Correction, that was only Prince Adam. He-Man hasn't appeared yet, I don't think.
Okay, Prince Adam. Correction, you're right. You're right. Uncle getting technical on me.
Just a wee bit.
A little bit. Pause. So, and then we got our new. This is like a promo poster, basically, that FX put out for the new series.
Alien Earth.
Yeah, and this is going to be a TV series, basically, Hulu series.
And Hulu, people, just in case you didn't know. FX. Hulu.
Yeah, and this is set 2 years prior to Ridley Scott's Alien movie.
Oh, so like the 1980 whatever 5 it was, or 4?
79.
That's when the first Alien movie came out?
Yeah, 79.
That is crazy.
Yeah, but they would have had to been gone for a while, wouldn't they, to be that far off or whatever?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, where she encountered aliens was on, or on another ship going out there or something, or was it on planet? You know what I mean? So
yeah, there's a lot of people who debate on the continuity, how this could, ruin the continuity. Because there's a lot of people saying, how could aliens be on Earth 2 years prior?
And she encountered them in space, didn't she? Like, didn't they encounter in space? So yeah, that is true.
Yeah, they were on like a mining planet.
Yeah. Like an abandoned mining one or whatever, because they got infected or whatever.
Yeah. It was like a mining colony or something they went to, and that's where the alien was.
But I'm saying
technically the face hugger, and then the face hugger, put the alien in the person.
But what I'm saying is, if they would have been on Earth, you said 2 years prior to them.
Well, the series takes place 2 years prior. We don't know what's going to happen in the series.
Yeah, that's true.
So is it, the story of how they set everything, where they set up, we don't know.
Yeah. Could probably go anywhere on that fact.
I just don't like the fact that they open their mouths and then they little versions of themselves come out their mouths and they go into people. It's just weird. It's always been weird. Or like the fucking things that like cover your face. Like I can never understand that. Like in the movies, like once they knew them fucking things was crawling around, like why they didn't put on masks so they couldn't cover their shit. Like it was just little shit I used to think like, why ain't they wearing a mask or something?
Or grab a helmet, they're in space, right?
Yeah. See?
Yeah, but them things are bust through their mask.
Not if it was like a Bane mask and shit, like they had the, you know what I mean? The helmet,
Them things will bust through their mask, and they got acid.
Yeah, that's true. I'd rather die from the acid than that motherfucker coming out of his mouth.
Okay. Yeah, they got like acid. They got like acid blood. But yeah, speaking of this aliens thing, we got a little bit of predators thing we could add to this. So the new Badlands trailer came out today. Did y'all get a chance to check this out?
Nah, I hadn't.
Mhm. This is the what trailer? Predator?
Predator? Yeah,
Predator
Predator.
Badlands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and this is by the same director as Prey from the.
Oh shit!
I mean, are they like Jedi or Sith because they have the red ones? I mean, they got some kind of
Oh,
lightsaber.
that's crazy.
Look good.
7. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely. I'll fuck with Predator and Alien movies, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
did you see Prey?
I still have it. No.
No.
Oh, y'all gotta watch Prey. I think that's on Hulu. And yeah, it's a great movie, bro. And it's got the same director, Yeah, Prey was one of the movies that should have went to theaters. That's why this one's going to theaters.
Good. Good. I mean, it looks like it's put together well. I sometimes worried about a lot of darkness in the movies too, though. They kind of hide a lot. You can get away with other stuff, but looks like some of his parts a little bit, more detailed and colorful.
I mean, got some good shots in the light here.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I mean, some of it still, it's dark, foggy, and
them some ugly motherfuckers like fucking Danny Glover said.
They coming for you.
And Danny Glover got that from Arnold.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
November 7th, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I seen.
Yeah, they do got some. I don't know if they're like lightsabers. I think they're like swords that just get at the edge of the blade gets hot. Yeah,
I know, but I was just saying when they were fighting in the beginning, spinning around and shit.
So you see, Disney's keeping this banner alive, although Deadpool had it in the void. Like, the 20th Century Studios.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They're gonna try to, move everything else that's kind of,
Well, the Fox banner's dead, I guess, so you got 20th Century Studios now. Yeah, I think this looks great,
Well, looks like it has some promise.
What is that? Is that like a plant on his planet?
Like a booby trap plant that,
Yeah. Like that's like an alien plant life form. Mm-hmm. Damn, you see him crawling right here, like cut in half. Look at leaking.
Yeah.
That's predator blood, that glow on the ground.
Yeah. I remember from the original movie, son. The original.
And that looked like some kind of king predator right there. You got a crown on.
Yeah, I was thinking you got some Game of Thrones Night King going on there, or the Ice King, or whatever he was.
Yeah, some type of hierarchy going on in this. That thing, like, what the hell? Big ass kaiju kind of predator.
Yeah, Shaggy the dog thing going on there.
I'm hype about it.
Yeah.
Definitely looking promising for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like this can't really follow that up very well, but you got Superman photos from James Gunn's Superman. I do want to see this. I'm actually more hyped to see Predator Badlands. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Oh, yeah. But not always the
This
biggest
dude,
Superman fan to begin with. Then.
this dude look like Goobity Goober version of Superman to me.
Yeah, he's. I don't know, man.
He
I
could be like
think
Superboy, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? It looks like the guy that played on Smallville. He was just a little older after he got
Yeah.
out of high school or college. Like I forget his name, but y'all know what I'm talking
Dean Kane, is that him?
about. No, he played on the series on ABC.
he was on Superman and Lois.
Yeah,
Oh.
that shit. I forget dude's name, but yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, this just looks like an older version of him to me.
I don't know. Just for me, Superman's kind of like he's kind of stuck in his time frame, you know, to me. Like the underwear era where they wore the underwear on the outside of their trunk, their suit. Like that's like real early superhero era.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're trying to go back to the basics. I don't know.
Like even with Captain America, that's why I didn't like him in the comic books that much. And then, you know, with the movies, I grew to understand Steve Rogers and Cap, you know, more, and I grew to really like the character. But they were able to kind of modernize him, even though they started him out in the past, like World War II era.
Mm-hmm.
Superman, I don't know if they're going to be able to modernize him. I don't know, because he's always stuck in that Clark Kent Daily Bugle kind of, or Daily Planet kind of mindset. So Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, like I don't know, but I'm excited to see this version of the movie because it looks different.
Yeah. I'm not that
They
excited.
went back more, I think, on the original Christopher Reeve, like having Lex Luthor and showing his home, fucking where he made his home on Earth. Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Is that Lex's suit? Maybe
That could be that. That would that would be really cool. It kind of looks like it now that you say that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought when I first saw it, because I can't think of. I mean, there's maybe a few guys with some kind of suit like that, but I would think.
You remember Lex's little like Iron Man kind of suit, Mac?
Yeah.
Kryptonite suit.
That's a good call.
It's either that or.
You know who this is?
Well, Hawk Girl going on.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is though.
It's Hawk Girl.
No, I mean like who's playing her? I'm not hip to all that.
Yeah, I don't know the actress name.
Yeah, you know.
They couldn't have had Hawk Man, they had to have Hawk Girl. So that's what they're doing now, huh? With these movies, huh? They gotta make the women heroes, which I understand that because they gotta have like hero roles too, but I mean,
wasn't Hawkman and Black Adam?
Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Shut you up real quick.
No, you didn't. Saying like.
No, I just think she should have went to her original colors. She looks like she's in. You know, she looks too much like what's it, Mr. Terrific, with that color scheme going on. I mean, she got the gold, but
yeah, like with the black and white and the gold, yeah.
And it's kind of
and it's the same, like you said, as Mr. Terrific, except for his main colors is red. And that's it.
White and black with the
like
I think they could have went to her original colors, which were like yellow and green or something yellow. I know she had like yellow. But anyways,
they're way more Hawk like in the comics too. Like they're wings at least, and I don't know. We don't see
the mask. The mask I get
the guy in the suit was Metamorpho. Whatever it says down there with Hawkgirl. Oh, that's Metamorpho.
Thanks for segueing to the next slide, Mac.
No, I just thought that might have been the dude who was in the suit, but
That's Metamorpho.
he looks like he got some shit.
Yeah, he caught something.
Yeah, walking around in the galaxy with the long.
I don't know much about him either.
Smoking the wrong rock on the wrong planet.
Like he got two different planets.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I don't even know his powers really. What is he metamorphosized into?
Looks like the Thundercats chick.
Talking
That's
about Hawkeye. You heard it from Weasel. Superman sucks.
Oh, Mac, it's gonna hurt your feelings.
No, I ain't a big Superman fan.
You said so before. You were like, "Yeah, I always like Superman. He's one of my favorites."
No, I ain't say he was my favorite. I said I liked it.
I'd say the favorite, one of yours.
Yeah. He used to watch a Smallville show, try to get me to watch that shit. I'm like, I'm good.
Watching the old Super Friends.
Oh,
He used to tell me all the time, but bro, this season's getting good. I'm like, bro, wake me up when he puts the suit on. Let me know when he puts the suit on.
He never put the suit on until the last episode.
I was like, let me know when he puts the suit on. I don't care about all this Smallville shit. I want to see him as Superman, not Clark Kent and all his misadventures.
And then the guy complains about the slow scenes in Daredevil, being like, "Oh, their marriage counseling," but he's watching a TV drama about Superman, not being Superman.
That was a different time in my life.
Yeah, that was a different time for sure. I can agree.
Superman was cool till other superheroes came out. Thank you, Weasel. Thank you.
Yeah, Superman had his moment. It was Christopher Reeves. That was like the pinnacle of Superman's moment.
I think even the '60s ones was kind of the '61 guy was kind of famous for being him. You know.
Oh yeah, he was. But
yeah. I just feel like the pinnacle, his height was like Christopher Reeves. Like after that, Batman came in, the animated series, and it was like, all right, Batman was DC's most popular.
For sure. Still
yeah. I don't know too much about Metamorpho either, but I think he looks dope. I mean, his whatever what do they call that? Makeup effects artists did their thing, you know.
Yeah, and I like the designs on the head and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the whole like rock side of him. Purple side look crazy.
You know, like crystallized on one side, almost got a thing going on over there.
Yeah, or some absorbing man looking vibes.
Yeah.
And then your boy right here, Mac, Mr. Terrific.
There he is.
He said, thumbs down, y'all. Thumbs down.
They all got that kind of, I don't know, that design where it's just, I don't know, man. I'm just.
What's up with these jackets with the shit on?
That's what I'm just talking about, man. These costume designs are like,
they're all the same, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That's the thing. Like, I know Guy Gardner looks corny and all that, but like you said, making them all have the same kind of jackets. Are they on a team? Maybe they're on a team, and that's why.
Maybe I don't know.
Trey.
Yeah.
Are they like the current like Justice Society or Justice League or something?
Not that I know.
I would hope not.
Superman.
I would hope not.
You know, it doesn't seem like a Justice League movie. So I mean, you know.
Yeah, but what if they're already operating? They're like telling Superman, like, get the fuck out the way. We got this. Because in the one picture where Superman's lacing up his boots in the background, you can see like Guy Gardner fighting one of those kaijus, and Superman is just like calling it a night. Like, nobody likes me.
Well, it is Guy Gardner. I mean, least
What's
favorite.
up with bro's hair though? Like both for real, both of their hairs. Like
That's comic book accurate hair for Guy Gardner. That is comic book accurate hair. The bowl cut.
that
It
is.
is. It is. It's really what I don't know. It's
I mean, once anybody who knows Green Lantern seen that cut, they already knew who it was.
Thanks. He said, Weasel said, Mr. Terrific looks like
He has a lot of- That's hilarious. You do look like it. Oh,
not shaped like a T for terrific. Yeah,
that's crazy though. To have blackface on blackface like that is.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh.
I can say it. I can say it. That's too much, bro.
Yo. This is crazy, yo. Yo, wow.
That is crazy.
Chat's cracking me up too. And then you got, this is the first look at the Supergirl logo, the official Supergirl logo for the film.
Looks like it should be in a cartoon, like in an '80s, early '90s cartoon.
But it looks like kind of like the James Gunn emblem. Like
yeah, well, that it is. It's the James Gunn Supergirl movie, so you know it's supposed to kind of match that Superman vibe.
Yeah, but that's the emblem of whatever, you know, Kyle's family emblem or something.
Kal-El.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, it looks like it's a emblem, like the cover for like a 1970s Supergirl cartoon. That's what it looks like to me. Like,
yeah. A little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know if, you know, maybe a different texture to it will make it look more movie quality.
yeah.
You know, if it was like a metal texture, a brushed metal texture, it might look a little better.
And is that like a ship in the background over there? Like,
no, this was on the back of like a director's chair.
So that's like a booger or something. Got it.
Yeah, so somebody left a little piece of
snot rocket,
little piece of Cheeto finger on the back of the chair.
Crazy.
Hot Cheetos.
God damn it, DC, get your shit together. We didn't see that one booger on the back of that Doomsday. All those goddamn chairs. We didn't see
not one booger. 40 chairs. Y'all had one job here, and you left a booger on the back.
Come on, DC, get it together. God damn it.
I know somebody had a wet nap in their pocket ready to, you know.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, who doesn't carry a weapon? Extra weapon?
I don't carry wet naps, personally.
You know, you get some stuff on your fingers, one little oil pad, you know, just.
No.
That's crazy.
I think you're exposing your little double life there. Relax.
It's actually a triple life. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. All righty then.
It's got dark quick.
Yeah,
Stupid Doc.
Weasel's enjoying it at least.
Yes.
Yeah. So moving on. You know, we got the first photos here from Mandalorian and Grogu. The film. This is going to be in theaters this month.
Okay.
And as you can see, there's a lot of Clone Wars characters cameoing in this. Or Rebels characters, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Look at Baby Yoda.
Grogu. He got a name, fool.
Oh, my bad.
Grogu. He just called. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I've seen a lot of debate about this online, like are they gonna have 2 seasons for free, like on Disney Plus or whatever, and then try to force us to go see the rest of the story in theaters, but for me it's kind of like their best property. And if they feel like they got a good story to tell, this is probably the right direction to take it because then you could get the budget up a little higher to tell the story you want to tell too.
Dude's dude's feet next that was walking next to him is fucked up. He only had 3 toes, son. Did y'all see that? He only had 3 toes. That's crazy.
Why you
Just
being why you being racist against other life forms in a galaxy far, far away? Okay, just saying.
I thought he had some kind of foot fetish going on there.
oh no. Mm-mm.
Well, you look at that feet. I didn't even notice the feet.
Well, now you can't get it out of your head,
I
can you?
know. Gotta block off that side of the screen.
Mando and Grogu. I don't know. I'll probably go see this. Grogu's too similar to Goku.
Yeah. I agree with that, Weasel. I agree with that. 110%. It is too close to Goku.
I
Dragon Ball
guess.
Z.
I never really thought of it till you said that.
Oh
And then
shit.
this is I think Jabba the Hutt's son, who hasn't been seen since like the first season of Clone Wars. I guess
Really?
he's swole now.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. They had to smuggle him out or something or save his life.
Yeah, he ain't fat like his daddy sitting around eating amphibians and shit.
Yeah,
He-
he's a baller. He's a brawler.
yeah, it looks like they got him pit fighting. And then apparently there's a new animated series coming out for your boy.
Ball. Yeah. I have no clue like what they're gonna do with him, but he's got quite a bit of lore, man. He kept himself alive for like being all chopped in half, and robotic legs and shit, spider legs, and dude's been through the fucking grinder.
Yeah, I think this has more to do with like I think just like Marvel's redirecting their focus on their more popular IPs like X-Men, Fantastic Four. I think you're gonna see Star Wars doing the same thing, going, you know what? People, instead of doing the Acolyte or doing, all these Andor, different spinoffs, which I love Andor, but I think they're gonna start tapping into properties like let's do a whole Maul series.
Yeah.
Or they need to do like a Emperor Palpatine.
Hey, G.
Oh no, I think they need to go really back far in the Sith. I mean, even get back to like even Revan or go to like some of the other Sith lords, Darth Bane and stuff. I mean, just some dudes who really started the two Sith rule.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I thought they were gonna do some like old Republic stuff, and they started to with the Acolyte. Like, that was they were getting. It wasn't that far back, but it was pretty far back in Jedi lore, and fans just reacted to it so bad that I think they're just gonna pivot like Marvel did and go right back to kind of like what the fans want.
Yeah.
You got to do some like not necessarily fan service, but if your fans are asking for certain properties or they like certain characters, why not give them what they want?
Yeah, but I think you still need to keep some. I mean, if they actually came up with a decent story, and something that captivated the audiences, I think that it doesn't matter what they do. They just
Yeah.
kind of get back into being Star Wars and stuff a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's how we got Rogue One. That's how we got Andor, is by them taking a risk, saying like let's do something a little different, but still kind of based on the same storyline, so yeah. It was and it was really cool how they weave that thread line of them stealing the Death Star plans, you know what I mean, in Rogue One, and then that leading, or kind of not leading into, but Andor being the prequel to that, I agree with you. They need to still take chances here and there and doing random one-offs, or movies or trilogies potentially, but I do see why you want to focus on some of your primary characters like Maul too.
Yeah. And you said it was animated. So.
Yeah. So next up, we got Thunderbolts. We're gonna be going to see this in 2 weeks? Not even about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is about the last of the promo runs. I hope. The movie, like the premiere already came out. There's a bunch of stars at the premiere. Shang-Chi was at the premiere. Everybody was at the premiere. A bunch of Marvel stars came out that are kind of working with these people, But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of overhyped to see this at this point.
And let's hope it at least lives up to what we expect.
And even prepping for the show and everything, I haven't read any spoilers yet. So
I try to stay away from
good.
those.
That's good.
Yeah, I try to stay away from them too, but just doing the show and stuff like that, you tend to bump into spoilers. So I'm kind of glad.
Bump.
Yeah. So what, a week or two, and we'll be seeing this, and then hopefully, in the meanwhile, I could avoid spoilers.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Yeah. So something else I kind of wanted to bring to the table was there's a rumor going around, which isn't a really big deal. It's kind of something to me. It's like common sense, but reportedly the X-Men and Avengers Doomsday are going to have comic accurate costumes.
That's dope. Well, they should.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, at least they could have done something with the old ones to make them, at least kind of comic book. But yeah, it'll definitely be nice to see.
Like they should definitely be comic book accurate.
Yeah, well, like if you look at this picture, they already did a comic accurate Professor X, Wolverine, Gambit. Like Beast, pretty much. We haven't seen him in his trunks or whatever. Pause, but that's crazy. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't see why you stop.
We never seen Storm and like Cyclops in the actual like X-Men.
Right. No, either Rogue. Look at Rogue. I mean, she's got the jacket on too, and she's got the yellow and green
boots. Yeah, that would be fire to see him like this in the movie.
Yeah,
I don't see rendition.
I don't see why you stop there. Like you did Gambit pretty much perfect. You did Wolvie perfect. You did Professor X perfect. Beast pretty much perfect. Like all you got to do is, get a couple more members, do their costumes right, get Halle Berry up there.
Yeah,
that would be lit. And this is what I was talking about on the one show, Bird, when I said like almost the X-Men 97 lineup, almost that, but also some of that Jim Lee lineup.
Yes.
You might even have Colossus from Deadpool with him in Secret Wars.
Well, yeah, that'd be pretty cool, I suppose. I mean, CGI them in there. I mean, how deep they going?
Pause. That's crazy.
Technical
foul. Technical foul.
Give up. him up. Relax, buddy.
Here we go again. Dude.
You
We
do
don't
it.
pause. We just
We
blow
gonna
on
say,
by.
here we go again.
Going
Like
down the road. Let's get over it.
Oh no, no, I won't. When you commit a technical foul, I will never let that slide on past, buddy.
And then we talked about this a little bit, but I kind of wanted to kind of give y'all a reference here. So you see that front lawn at the Avengers School for Gifted Youngsters, or excuse me, Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what people are speculating this is, this set on Avengers Doomsday.
That's great. So and fuck up the we gotta watch the Xavier Mansion get fucked up again,
right? Maybe one last time before the reboot of the MCU kind of deal, but
yeah, I guess.
And then you had this crater, that it looks like they're filling some of these with debris, and then you got like a bunch of broken statues off on the side here. So could this be, Great Malcolm Lane?
It looks like it could be. Definitely looks like it could be. After you're saying that, I was looking at, even though you have it mirrored, I almost see the Blackbird at that point right there, like it would, take off there.
Well, that Blackbird came out the basketball court. So it's debatable, This could be anywhere. This could be in the Void. This could be in Latveria. This could be anywhere. But the fact that people have seen a lot of the X-Men actors on set, with some of these Avengers actors, they're assuming this whole set is, the X-Mansion. So, yeah, but the only thing new here is the debris in the crater and the broken statues.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's debatable.
I would
kind of makes sense. So what if Doom's on his way there, or there's some kind of battle going down there at the X Mansion?
It could just be an incursion or whatever, and
yeah, that's true.
All kinds of shit. The Earths are tearing apart, or the realities are tearing apart into each other. So,
all right. So up next, Marvel Rivals showed off their new big head mode. I guess it's called Giant Size Brain Blast. That sounds crazy, but yeah, I don't know if that's a separate game or something, but it's a separate mode that they're putting in the game.
I played Marvel Rivals. It's the same game.
Yeah. I'm saying Giant Size Brain Blast. They themed it like it was like something kids should know about. I never heard of it before. It just looks like big head mode in NBA Jam to me.
Right. That's what it is. That's basically what it is.
So they're adding but they also say mode. So are these separate skins or just
I don't know nothing about the game, so Max the expert.
Yeah, see, it looks like just a skin there.
Yeah, because you can buy separate skins for the characters.
Bigger battles, bigger brains, free score titles, and emote.
Yeah, you can get different skins for each of the characters.
So they're just new cartoony skins, big head mode, NBA Jam, NFL Blitz style.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. Got Black Knight there. What was that? Groot, Loki, Moon Knight, Venom. Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, they got a lot of characters on the game. They got a variety.
Kids love this game.
Yeah.
It's really
it's honest thing grown adults arguing on this game.
Well, I'm not saying adults like it too, but I know like it's like a whole new generation of kids that didn't grow up on comics that love Marvel because of this game.
Definitely.
It is a fun game.
It gives me that Fortnite vibe though, a little bit, you know.
I don't know. I never really played that much either. So
This dude only plays Monster Hunter.
nah, I haven't played that in like 2 years now.
No, dude, you used to play that religiously.
Yeah, about 5 years ago or so.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe like 2, not 5.
Yeah.
I see you. You do realize I see you when you come online and what you be
That's
playing.
my kids on there a lot of times too, though.
Oh, now you're blaming it on your kids. All right, man.
Yeah.
All right. Bet.
Maybe some of that Elden Ring. That's the only thing I played.
Weasel, it's not that difficult to learn. It's not. It's really not that difficult
Yeah.
to play Marvel Rivals. It's not that difficult to learn. It's just,
It's one of them things too, like sometimes like with Fortnite, like by the time Fortnite kind of appealed to me, like when they started bringing X-Men in there and stuff, like I was like, I kind of missed the bus. Like, I'm gonna be mad I don't have certain skins and stuff y'all had week one. And, you know what I mean? Like special celebration skins.
I got like Star Wars skins. I got X-Men skins. I got
yeah, Kane got all that stuff. Predator, Alien, like all
he gifted me the Hawk. He gifted me the Hawk.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, but I just felt like by the time the game somewhat appealed to me, like I had missed out on so much that I was like, I'm not getting into it now. Like I missed the bus. Like saying Marvel Rivals. What's that?
They got no build modes on there now.
Like, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you know it because Kane's a freaking.
Yeah, he tried to talk me into playing it when that came out, but.
He a beast at that game. He is a beast at most of the games I've seen him play. All he be on there owning people.
Animal.
Like, damn, this dude is a juggernaut of these fucking games, bro.
So this what we here to talk about, really is this Fantastic Four trailer. I didn't get either of y'all's thoughts on this. The trailer came out and we kind of seen most of this stuff, but what we hadn't seen until this trailer came out was the new Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
And we've had some glimpses of Galactus, but we got a cool shot of him in this trailer. But this kind of extended the teaser a little bit and then added a bunch of new stuff. So Bird, if you don't mind, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, it seems like they're almost trying to pull from pieces from I forget what it's one of the other Fantastic Four timelines, and I think it's gonna be all right. I don't think it's gonna be anything special. I just don't see it just being, unless they throw something kind of wild curveball. It just doesn't seem like it's gonna be that epic of a movie. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of stuff going on besides, a lot of them doing them.
So they got Evan Moss Backrack playing The Thing. He actually played. He
That's
played
a dope shot of Galactus right there.
He played Weasel in The Punisher. Yeah. The guy that's playing The Thing. Yeah, so I'm actually kind of shocked with your first impressions on the trailer, Bird. Matt, give me your first impression. What'd you think about this trailer?
I thought it was pretty cool. I like the fact that we actually get to see Galactus like in this Fantastic Four movie, like we didn't get to see him in the other, installments of Fantastic Four, like with the Silver Surfer. Like we actually got to see his helmet and fucking him just like
Pause. That was crazy.
oh no,
Oh man, who got a technical now? Who's got a technical now?
Oh, that was crazy.
but and we
We
actually
actually got
and you actually got to see like the Silver Surfer and like Johnny being stupid as usual because he
oh,
always
hold up, son.
flame on and take off towards the damn. Oh yeah, see, I didn't have a problem. Like she seemed exactly like oh boy did in the other installment. Like, but Johnny, here you go, taking off chasing her. She was like, "You don't want no smoke with me. Get up out of here. You don't want no smoke with me, little dude. No respect.
Yeah.
You getting Ronnie Dangerfield. No respect."
So I don't know, Bird. I couldn't be more hyped for this movie. Like I honestly like I was trepidatious about Pedro Pascal being Reed Richards. I really wasn't feeling that announcement. I wasn't sure. I didn't feel he fit. I just didn't feel like he could portray Reed Richards well. But then when they started leading into this idea of he's the dad of the four, like not the father of the thing or anybody, but he's gonna be a dad in the movie, and just like his dad kind of vibes. I was like, yeah, bro, Pedro Pascal could play a good dad. Look at the Mandalorian, most epic shot in the
That's
trailer
crazy.
right there.
Look at his fucking feet walking through that city. That is fucking insane. How
Better
the
than
fuck
a
are you?
swirling mass.
But yeah, I was trepidatious about it because of that. Like I wasn't sure like if he could be Reed. But then, like I said, when they leaned into the fact he was going to be a father, I was like, that's a smart way to play this. And then the possibility of Nathaniel Richards coming into it, and I really like old girl playing Sue Storm. She seems like she's got them motherly vibes, and
You mean Franklin?
yeah, Franklin Richards. I'm sorry, and
No, 'cause I was thinking about his dad, and I know he had issues with his dad.
yeah, and yeah, but so and then even Johnny, like he don't seem as douchebaggy as Chris Evans' version of Johnny, but because Johnny wasn't a total douchebag in the comics, you know what I mean? So he was a shit talker. He was the wild card out the four, but he wasn't as douchebaggy as Chris Evans made him out to be. So, but he still talks shit in this trailer, and I don't know, man. And then this guy playing the thing, bro, like Eben Moss Backrack or whatever. I can never get his name right, but bro, he's got them blue eyes like the thing, bro, and the fact that they're still showing him when he's CGI version of the thing, like the Fantastic Car, the fact it's based in the 60s. I did want to ask y'all this, like, so who do y'all think John Malkovich is playing? John Malkovich, right?
I don't know.
John Malkovich
Moses?
is John Malkovich.
Yeah, but
Moses. He look like Moses, right?
Moses, you think he's
maybe an older version of or Franklin Richards, or maybe Nathaniel Richards, his dad. I mean,
I have no idea.
Doesn't really look like anybody that from this picture. It doesn't look like anybody that really you can put a finger on.
Pause. But yeah, I don't know. Mo Man's supposed to be in the movie too, so I don't know. Penny K says the Fantastic Car is dope. And amen, Mac.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Penny.
Seems like a lot of story. Hopefully it'll be action-packed. But they kind of skip over their whole origin story. They kind of like it seems like to me they're, setting us up like they give us the origin via them being on their the TV show. Like I'm trying to find the see right here. They're on
Almost,
that TV show being introduced, and then you see all the kids running up to watch this TV show that they're, introducing them on.
yeah. I
But
mean, it almost seemed to me that they were like almost just like shortcut, like a flashback kind of scenes or whatever, to kind of not actually play it all, but as they go through and maybe
yeah,
slice.
right there. That's where they're on stage at the television show being introduced, right? Kind of like the Beatles. And you got this montage of, everyone thanking them, et cetera, et cetera. But I think right here with when the Silver Surfer attacks, I think that might be when they're at the show.
Like a premiere, an after party type thing, season 1 ended or something.
Season 1.
Well, I mean, of their show, right?
No, it's not their show. They're on a talk show, like a Johnny Carson show.
No, I thought, well, okay. I mean, 'cause they're
This
kind
guy,
of showing. Well, I mean, when I seen it, they were kind of showing like, oh, this is where we have things, and this is where we do this, and
well, right here they're just showing somebody the Baxter Building. It's like an MTV Cribs kind of vibe, right?
Yo, welcome to my crib,
And
yo.
that's like
That building was dope too because it reminds you like of Avengers Tower.
Right. But it's the Baxter Building in another parallel universe.
Right.
And they kind of segue into this dinner scene by telling that guy, hey, we have dinner here every night at 7. You can see he's working on like the master equation to save their universe there. She looks like she's giving birth in space. And this is the TV show they're replaying, kind of, or that footage of them in space, whatever. But Silver Surfer comes and attacks them. Trying to see where it's at, but yeah, I don't know. I couldn't be more hyped for this, bro. I think Galactus looks sick. I'm loving the 60s vibe. Matt Shackman's directing this, the guy that did WandaVision.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a dope ass. Like, that looks exactly like him. That shit's dope.
He ain't want to say it again. Yeah, that all this like thing picking up the Volkswagen, like people were saying that's like a little contrast to Superman's #1 cover where he picked up the Volkswagen, because this is coming out the same month as Superman. So they're like, is Matt Shackman throwing shots at DC Studios?
Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe.
So we did get confirmation she's pregnant in this trailer though, so we know that's a big thread line through this story, and that's going to have something to do with why Galactus is coming to their planet.
Yeah.
Like Reed might be blaming himself because he said he stretched the bounds of space, and they hurt him in this trailer, but it might not even be that. They might be coming just for his son.
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, a lot of those cosmic beings are real in touch with that cosmic energy. And if he was maybe in her womb already when they went up there the first time and then she's pregnant.
Oh, yeah. And her what?
Yeah. In her womb. You know what he's talking about, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Maybe.
got a good point.
I mean, it could be that, you know, in the one story where actually Franklin Richards becomes Galacticus, maybe he's coming back, you know, on himself, and, you know, in the Galactus form to.
Whoa!
Oh,
You can't use wording like that, buddy. You can't be
Well,
talking about
be more careful.
I just did.
This
So
is not that type of show,
You got to
sir.
be more careful, sir. Galactus isn't doing any of that in this movie.
He's definitely not coming back on himself. That's definitely not.
I mean, is he going to try to stop himself from becoming Galacticus, you know, in the future?
It's Galactus, ain't it?
Wait.
You're adding a Gus at the end of it. You're
Yeah, for what? We don't know.
It's Spartacus, Galacticus, whatever, you know.
Galactus. You got Reed checking out the planets above it. His little baby's crib. I think, you know, like they said, trying to find a way. He's trying to think. Reed's trying to plot a way out of this. Because this is a doomsday event for his universe. And somebody pointed out right here is where I was trying to get to. Right where Sue Storm's standing up. I don't know if you can see it. No, we're not going to be able to see it much. But there's a doomsday clock behind her counting down. Probably from the point Silver Surfer marks him for death or tells him when Galactus is coming. Pause. That was crazy too.
Yeah. I only get called on it though.
I just
pause yourself. I know.
See, I throw the
Max
pause in
looking for
there.
anything I say. Max looking for anything I say.
No, that's not true. You just say some crazy wild stuff, buddy. Crazy wild stuff.
Yeah, that I threw the pause in there though. That's the difference, bro. So these are just some slides kind of basically from that trailer. You got Shala Ball, the female Silver Surfer. Mac, thoughts?
She looked pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
I'm cool with it. She seemed like she with the shit. She
No
seemed like
predatorial comments for the audience.
Oh no.
Okay,
Not at this time.
He's not feeling it right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think this, you know, this could be a mistake, but we'll see. You know, it looks cool. I'm gonna kind of try.
And did she exist in the actual comic? Like, wasn't it a female version of the Silver Surfer? So.
We actually talked about that on the last episode.
Another show. Here we go again. Here we go again. Go back and watch.
Go back and watch.
I was there.
Here we go again. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like a lot of people really like this design. I think I'm gonna have to see this on the big screen, but I'm not really feeling this design, bro.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I don't know. Whatever multiverse they're in, you know, this is what they got. So,
but why did Doug Jones look better? Pause. Look better 10 years ago or something in Rise of the Silver Surfer, like in makeup, than this looks like all CGI.
Because practical effects go over better than
but they even had them CGI in some scenes, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. This kind of has that early Terminator metallic look to it that I don't like. It just kind of don't look right to me.
Yeah, it does.
Like that early, you know, VFX, you know, when everything had to be chrome Terminator like, and that's kind of what it looks like. Well, Weasel, you said it, not us.
Weasel did say it. He said she needs some double D's. She need a BBL too, Weasel.
And that's the thing. Shala Ball has some big titties. So I'm just saying.
Why did you say it like that?
For our YouTube sponsors, trying to keep it somewhat.
Okay.
Weasel likes the Fantastic Car, the 60s vibe. and Galactus. Yeah, that's what's up.
That's dope.
And this, speaking of Galactus, this was the key shot to me out the trailer. It kind of showed you something special about that they're doing. They're using models. This was, if you notice, this was like a practical set that they did with models, miniatures, and a dude walked through here, and then they probably CGI'd up the boot a little bit.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
pretty
saying
dope.
practical effects just turn out better, I think, on screen than when you mix and mash them with live action.
What? I think a hybrid of the two is the best way to go. Some practical with CGI sparsely in there to, add some smoke effects and maybe extra, sparks or something when a lamp falls. But I think practical is the way to go with CGI kind of to enhance it. You disagree?
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess to touch it up, but I mean, just for the overall basic effect I just think practical works a lot better.
Oh, okay. You were saying okay. I thought you were saying the opposite. Herbie, that's your boy, Mac.
Herbie, get her, Herbie, get her. That's not the same Herbie I'm talking about, though. But that's Herbie. You're right. That's Herbie.
Yeah, it's that street shot, bro.
So he really found a spot to make some shoes that could fit the thing back in the 60s.
Oh yeah,
Crazy work.
super genius, man.
I mean, back then you did have people was that actually repaired shoes and made
Cobblers.
shoes. Yeah, cobblers.
Cobblers, man.
Yeah, Adam Sandler, Netflix. Check it out. Yeah. Thing, bro. Diesel, ain't he?
Yeah.
Diesel, son. So
I don't know though. Like he big compared to them, but like I can't see him like running up on the Hawk and them fighting like at that time. Like I can't.
Oh, see, you just hurt his feelings, Mac. Look at him.
Oh, I'm
How
sorry.
dare you say that about him?
I'm sorry, but I mean they got his fucking.
All right, you apologize. Now he's happy. All right.
That's so stupid.
But you think he can't,
No,
throw hands with the Hulk, but
no, I'm saying he can. It's just gonna look.
I would beg to differ when he's doing something like this in the trailer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but just the size
big ass fucking giant boat, yeah. With a chain. I know he's strong. I'm just saying.
And people also pointed out, the internet pointed out that this is very similar to that scene with Superman, Henry Cavill pulling the boat through the snow. You remember that?
Yeah. But why would they point that out? Like, what does that?
Because they both got a big ass tugboat chain or whatever over their shoulder pulling boats.
Let me out the car. I don't like it. Let me out the car. That's what.
Sue Storm, Galactus, and then we actually got to see Reed using his powers. So that was kind of cool. I think this effect, it didn't look good in the first two the Tim Story Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
And it did, it just looked ridiculous in those movies. So
I mean, it kind of gave me a Doctor Strange vibe where, the building and it's kind of like he's kind of elongating himself into that where it's getting destroyed and stuff. I don't know.
I don't know about that Doctor Strange vibe.
Yeah, in the first one where all the the buildings are all morphing, that's what it kind of looks
like.
Oh
yeah, like where I guess it kind of it just went slow-mo there, and that's Galactus destroying that building. You could see part of his boot there in the top left corner. But I think one of the reasons Reed's stretching ability looks better in this than it ever has is because of his costume. A lot of times you've seen just this dude's skin arm stretching paws. Like it didn't look right in the other movie when he was dancing and shit.
Yeah, it didn't.
So this, it looks a little better. The costumes look great, but people were speculating on what this staff paws, this whatever he's holding here, this weapon, what this could be. And some people pointed out that it looks like one of it was like a scientific something, the guy that's from like Thor the Dark World, that the one that went the old scientist guy, Jane Foster's friend, that went crazy and was running around naked.
Yeah,
he had something like this. He was trying to figure out the multiverse with a device like that. If you go back and watch them films, only thing I could speculate if it's not that is they just did like a reinterpretation of the Ultimate Nullifier.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, that's the only thing I'm like, because it kind of, I don't know, kind of looks sort of gunnish in a way, but it's like, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the Ultimate Nullifier was like it was like a 22 almost. It looked like a really small, like little ray gun kind of looking thing. And would they adapt that and change the look of it? I could see them doing that, so.
I thought they had a version that was also just kind of like overly large, Rob Layfield-ish kind of gun where, it's just like
I don't know. I never seen that. Only reason I'm even familiar with the Ultimate Nullifier was like them old Marvel cards they used to have. So that's how I got familiar with that weapon, and I found out it was like the most powerful weapon in the Marvel universe, kind of.
But it's also predicated on whoever's wielding their kind of wield.
Infinity Stone?
No. The Ultimate Nullifier works off of like your willpower or something, like your desire for something. Like if you had enough willpower to do it, you could kill Galactus or anything else pretty much, or something along those lines. So not just anybody can wield it and destroy whatever they want. They had to have enough willpower, desire, or something along those lines.
That's like the Infinity Stones. Anybody couldn't fucking do
that. Everybody couldn't wield those either.
Yeah, but you at least had to have enough power to not be destroyed by them just by using them. This doesn't matter.
I think the CG on the thing looks great, fantastic here. Like,
because it looks exactly like him in the comics. It does. Like his face, his eyebrows and shit. Like that's perfect.
The water, the color, the color of the rocks on him, like everything's perfect
compared to like the other fucking thing we had in the past. Yeah, he looks definitely the most comic accurate
compared to Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, he looked like a bunch of chiclets.
Yeah, and he isn't, like you said, he's not very tall, right? In this group shot, you could kind of see like he's not very tall, but he's Diesel, bro. He's definitely strong, and then.
But I definitely want to see like how the fuck they're gonna be able to fuck with Galactus and fucking Silver Surfer.
Well,
done it plenty of times in the comics.
That is yet to be determined.
That's the thing, though, right? Like I don't think they're gonna be able to. I think this is leading to Doomsday. I think they're gonna have to abandon their world. So this is that show I was talking about. See, the Ted Gilbert show.
Gilbert Shine show, or whatever the fuck is about that.
Yeah. Gilbert. I think he's going to give their origin, basically, to the audience, so we don't have to watch it again. He's going to summarize it real quick, bring them out, and then an action scene is going to break out probably almost immediately outside of his show. Because we see Human Torch running out of his show and doing his flame on thing. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to save their universe. I think that's going to be Reed's biggest regret and worry, and that's what where his mind's gonna be. This whole film is like that doomsday kind of clock ticking down. Them knowing that Galactus is coming. You know, Silver Surfers pretty much impose like certain death on their planet, and right here he's on the chalkboard trying to figure a way out.
Plot twist: Doom saves him right in the middle of everything.
Wow. What if he did?
That's what I'm thinking.
What if he did? What if Doom saves him, Mac?
That's gonna be so lovey dovey. I'm gonna be like, boo if that happens. Boo.
Yeah, but what if he saves him and then brings him? If he's already got Emperor Doom, saves him, and then takes Sue as his wife immediately after.
Oh, then now you're talking.
I mean that's what it's looking like. It's gonna happen when we seen them renders. That yeah, I know that's what I'm talking about. Him stealing the man's wife, real grimy.
He just wipes her brain, so she don't even think of Reed no more. He never existed.
Oh, he does what?
He wipes her mind, bro. You know, with these godlike powers, takes her memories away. Reed just never existed before. But then Franklin comes and grows up and does it all back, bro. Because he remembers, and he didn't put no kind of thing on him because he thought Franklin was too young. And Franklin uses his reality warping powers and sets everything back.
Yeah, I think Franklin's going to have a lot to do with the reboot of the MCU.
Yeah.
I think when they, you know, it's not going to be a total reboot. He's just going to create the universe he wanted with his family in it, Spider-Man in it, Daredevil in it, you know, X-Men in it, and the characters won't know anything but what he created. Their entire lives being in Franklin's 616.
Yeah, and how it goes in the comics, so I mean,
like here they said it looks like the Fantastic Four. You know, you got all these people underground, and then it looks like they're returning from space here.
Yeah,
and Sue's people said looks like she's carrying something, which is probably the baby. She probably gave birth in space. And this is before Galactus. This is probably a whole separate scene before Galactus comes down to Earth. And, you know, Reed pretty much saying he don't know if he can protect their planet. And then he says there's not enough time.
I mean, he has built the bridge to other multiverses and stuff. And then you had the whole Council of Reed thing, so yeah. Can go a lot of different ways.
Yeah, that's true. I would love for them to do like a Council of Reeds, you know, and bring in the other Reed Richards, Miles Teller, who played Reed Richards, and that Ian Garofalo guy or whatever his name is.
Yeah. And probably a few more, you know, whatever ones.
I'm just
Reed Richards with the Infinity Gauntlet, Ultimate Nullifiers, yeah.
I couldn't be like more just I don't know, bro. I couldn't be more excited for this trailer. If I had to review the trailer, I'm gonna give this trailer a 9, bro. I think it's a banger. I think it sets the tone. It's that Matt Shackman kind of 60s vibe we seen in WandaVision, just all over again, but with our favorite heroes from the 60s, the Fantastic Four, you know. And, you know, outside of the Silver Surfer being Shia LaBeouf, you know, that's, you know, I don't have a major issue with it. I just, if they would have did Norrin Rad, I felt it would have been perfect, you know. I'd have gave this trailer a 10.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm about an 8 on it. I'm not that as hyped as you about it. I don't know. I just got to see it and see what happens. See if they come up with something decent. That it's just not like all totally out there. I guess.
And then I guess I got one more question for y'all. What do y'all think the movie of the summer is going to be?
Oh, Fan 4 over Superman all day.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Fantastic Four.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't see that much appeal in the Superman.
that
I'll probably go
and-
see it, but
Well, I gotta see what Thunderbolts is about. Well, that ain't really summer. That's
Is it gonna are Fantastic Four or Superman gonna make more money than Jurassic Park though?
Yeah. Oh, I think Fantastic Four will. I don't know about Superman, but then again, who knows?
Jurassic Park might actually,
Yeah, beat them all because
I
they be Jurassic Park. They do be making a lot of money on their opening weekends when they come out. But ain't people Jurassic Park the fuck out though? For real, let's be honest. Come on, man.
I don't know.
Bruh, I'm so sick of them rebooting Jurassic Parks and watching people run from dinosaurs. I'm over that shit. So
I mean, they only rebooted it once. This is the new kind of like franchise, and technically, it's still part of the same story, because they brought in the characters from the old ones. But
yeah,
I'm just,
I mean, I don't give a, I mean, like I don't hate on, like I like the Chris Pratt Jurassic Park.
Jurassic World, yeah, but it got bad like when they had to clone the little girl, clone the latest one where they cloned the little girl. Like, yeah, it got pretty bad. Like the story got, and I don't like all the, like I heard they're gonna have dinosaur monster hybrids, kind of like some weird dino monsters in this new one, I guess. So ain't no telling, Weasel gave a trailer at 8.6. I respect it.
Respect, Weasel.
Yeah, I respect that Fantastic Four score right there for the trailer. Bird, what'd you score it? Eight?
Eight. Straight 8.
Mac, you gave it a 9.
Yeah, I gave it a 9.
Weasel gave it an 8.6. I respect it. Yeah, so I don't know, y'all. We'll probably be back for our Thunderbolts review. I don't know if we'll have another show before then. We'll have to see how that goes. Yeah. What y'all think?
It depends.
It is what it is. So I think if we find stuff that comes out, more information comes out on things, we'll go ahead and talk and speculate and and go from there.
Bring the news to these fools. Yeah, so definitely appreciate everybody for coming by, jumping in the chat. Shout out to Penny K.
Only in America.
Only in America.
Weasel.
My new hit single coming out. Shit in the city.
Shit. New hit single for Mac coming out. You want to give him a little.
Oh, they ain't getting no preview. They can't get no preview.
Homeboy Retro Lizard was in here. I didn't even see him in the chat. I missed him.
Oh yeah, he was early.
Retro Lizard, that's what's up, bro. Yeah, shout out to Retro Lizard, shout out to Weasel, shout out to G, shout out to Penny K,
and whoever else was in this mother sucker.
We'll be back, man, for that Thunderbolts review. Check that out. That's gonna be our next, that's the next one we most looking forward to, because we haven't done like a full movie review on here yet, and that's what we about, is doing series reviews and movies reviews. Hope y'all like the new intro. Y'all come back, subscribe, hit like, hit the share button for more. Heroes, son.